Recording. And yeah, first of all, good morning, everyone. As we all know, why we are here is to learn automation testing using Tosca, right? Here, let me give you all a short demo on Tosca. So, I have been mentioning Tosca. What is this Tosca? So, Tosca is one of the automation testing tool. So, which I'll be explaining in this session and also in the upcoming classes as well. So you may get doubt when we have many other automation testing tools available in market, why only Tosca? Right? There are many other tools as well. Say for example, Selenium, QFT, Microfocus, many others available. Right? So why only Tosca is that? I'm not telling only Tosca. Why we are here to learn Tosca is that Tosca is a scriptless automation tool. So user can write efficient test cases with minimum skill set. This is very important. So it is not required. You need to have coding knowledge, coding skills required for this. If you have minimum knowledge, you can learn this tool and you can get into the job. And now I have prepared what I can say a PPT for you all guys. So what will be the agenda of this demo and what are the topics I'll be covering in this demo. Firstly, coming to the agenda, these are the topics which I'll be explaining in the demo for you. Introduction to automation testing, then introduction to Tosca, then what are the different sections in Tosca, then finally you'll be able to know how the Tosca will work with the help of Tosca architecture. Okay. Now moving on to next slide. So introduction to automation testing. What is automation? So before learning the terminology called or understanding the word called automation, you must be aware of what is software testing and then what is manual testing before knowing what is automation. Okay. Firstly, let me explain what is software testing. So what is software testing? Any particular task which is developed, we need to ensure that the quality of the product, whatever we get it from the client, it is good, right? There should not be any blockage or defect. That is called software testing. That's all. Basic understanding. I'm not giving any bookish answers. The basic understanding of software testing is this. Now, what is manual testing? So, manual testing is simple and basic. So, with human intervention, so we are humans, we have to check like if the particular control is present in the application or not. So, humans will test whatever the application we get it from the client. Humans will test the functionality of the application. That is called manual testing. Now, moving on to the actual thing called automation. So before coming to this, why we need to come for automation testing? Okay, I told you what is manual testing. You people might get doubt like, okay, we have manual testing. With human intervention, we can do that, right? Again, why we have to learn automation testing is that in a day-to-day life, we might see many manual things. Now, seeing from a technical perspective, so to reduce manual work by testing them using automation, say for example, in previous days, we were using keypad phones. Now all of us have moved to Android phones. Reason behind is that much manual effort is reduced, right? In day-to-day life also, we were looking for the things which would be done automatically instead of doing the things manually. So likewise, we are also moving to automation testing. So now, why the automation testing is that to reduce the human intervention and to make our day-to-day life easily. And also, mission will not make any mistake, right? System will not do any mistake. Being a human, we may do mistake. That is the reason. And also, the effort, whatever we do. Say, for example, with manual testing, 5 people will do the same work in 7 days. But with automation, 2 people can do the same work in 3 days. So that's how we came to automation testing. And next point is need for automation. The main need for automation is that it is what I can say, the basic need I can say is that we have regression testing. Don't get confused with this terminology. Regression testing is that, I'll give you a simple example. There is a rack with 10 books. Okay. We all people went out, or you people have went out and you found 5 other books good. So you bought that 5 books, and also you have to arrange the 5 books in the same rack where there is already 10 books existing in the rack. So if you place these 5 books in the existing 10 books rack, that should not get disturbed. So the rack should not, the book should not come and fall down. Otherwise, the book should not get messed up. So it should be as good as it is previous or earlier. So if I add something to the existing one, so it should not get disturbed. So don't get confused. In the upcoming classes also, I'll be explaining you this. The basic understanding is that whenever a new implementation comes, the old one should not get disturbed. Okay. In order to work with the new functionality without disturbing the old one. Okay. They will be already existing the old functionality. We should not disturb that. So that's how the regression testing will work. Now moving on to next slide. I've told why automation testing. The same thing I'm again showing in the next slide. So with the automation testing, it is fast, reliable, reusable, improves accuracy, saves time and money, reduces human generated error, and supports the execution of repeated test cases. So you know what is fast means, the efficient will be very fast. So if you are trying to automate something manually, it will take some time. We have to check each and every functionality or the control present in the application. But with the automation, it will be easy. For the first time, it will be difficult. The same thing we will be reusing multiple times. So we can also, the accuracy will be high when compared to manual testing. And also, as discussed earlier, resource optimization, which is very important in automation testing. So 5 people will do the same work in 7 days with the help of manual testing. But with automation testing, 2 people can do the same work in 3 days. What happens here? So the organization, it is not required to take many people, and also it is not required to waste a lot of time. All right. Moving on to next slide. So now, here we have what is Tosca. Okay. What is Tosca? Tosca is a automation testing tool or test suite, I can say. Okay. Which is used to automate any kind of application or domain. It is one of the automation tool which is available in market along with Selenium, UFT, Microfocus, many others. So it is one among them. That's all. So now Tricentis developed, Tosca is developed by Tricentis. Okay. Previously I was telling Tosca. So it was developed by Tricentis. So here we have logo of this Tricentis Tosca. This is the logo which was introduced by Tricentis people. So now from where is this Tricentis organization located? So it is based out of Europe, Austria, Europe based company. Okay. It is based out of Austria, not Australia. It is Europe based company. And moving on to next point, it follows agile enterprise methodology. What is agile? It is a fast or speed or quick, I can say. I'll drill it out into 3 different parts. First, I have told what is agile, and next we have enterprise. Enterprise means a business or organization. Methodology, you all people must have known. It is a step-by-step procedure. So whatever the step-by-step procedure we follow is called a methodology, right? And now the last point is licensed tool. So each and every license of Tosca will be around 10 lakhs. Okay. I'm not exaggerating it. I'm not manipulating it, people. That is true. It is 10 lakh. You may get doubt. So there are many other open source tools. Why we have to learn this? So it is not required. You have to pay 10 lakhs to Tricentis people or someone else. So if you get into an organization, they will pay for you people. It is not required. You have to pay. And now you may get other doubt. How you will be doing hands-on when learning this course? So there are many people. There is huge requirement for this Tosca automation testing. That is the reason they are giving 2 months free trial. So all the people, whoever they're interested learning Tosca, they can log in with the free trial version and they can learn Tosca for 2 months. So after that, what needs to be done, I'll be telling you in the upcoming classes as well. You need not worry about that. For now, there is a free trial version. Okay. And now, moving on to next slide. What are the advantages of Tosca? So you may get doubt. I was telling like there are many other open sources as well. Why companies are going with license tool, leaving the open source? Open source means it is free tools. Like there is no any cost for that. There is no any amount to pay to work with that particular tool. That's all. That is called open source. So advantages of Tosca is that it supports multiple technologies and domains. First thing, and it is scriptless automation. There is no any coding or scripting required. So to work with Selenium, you need to have Java or Python knowledge. So apart from that, you need to learn many other frameworks like Maven and many other things. But here it is not required. So everything comes with a single tool. So now it is, I told it is no coding and scripting required. I'll assure you that going forward within a week or 2 weeks, you will also tell like there is no any coding required for this to work with this tool. And it can be automated. So it can automate like graphical user interface, GUI and non-GUI will be supported. What is GUI and non-GUI? Graphical user interface and non-graphical user interface. So with the graphical user interface, there are many other applications as well, like web-based applications, Salesforce, SAP, API, mainframe, database, Unix. So all kinds of applications can be automated with the help of Tosca. So there is no anything you have to learn more. With the single tool, you can learn all these things. Moving on to next point, various test cases generation techniques. So there are many test case generation techniques which we get from the client. As per the requirement, we have to generate it. So that also I'll be showing you how it can be done. And for each and every test case, we have to generate the report and we have to submit it to the client. So how do we generate the report? So it may take longer time, but in Tosca, it is very minimal time. You can generate the report. And last point is it is model based test automation. So what is model? Model means it is a framework. Framework means there is a lot of frames which we have to work with, I can say, or else a structure or group of things in order to get a particular task done. Simple. There is a structure or group of things which we have to get it in order so that a particular task can be done. That's all. So it is a model based test automation, which means so for other testing tools, you need to write some coding, but here runtime of the application will be captured. I'll be showing you that as well in the upcoming classes. Moving on to next slide. So what is this Tosca test suite and sections? Suite means it is a group of tools, that's all. So do you need to download all these things? No, not required. So if you download and install Tosca Commander, with the Tosca Commander, you'll get this complete package called Tosca XScan, Executor, and Repository. So Tosca Commander will be the core of Tosca Test Suite. In order to automate any application, Tosca Commander is required. We'll be working with Tosca Commander itself. So what is this XScan? It is used to capture the runtime of the application. That's all. So what is this executor? It is used to execute the test cases. We'll have many test cases I've told in the previous slide. So report generation in minimal time. Where do we generate the report? After executing only, we'll be generating the report. So it is used to execute the test cases, Tosca executor. What is Tosca repository? The basic understanding of repository in any other terminal, in any other languages, it is a database. So Tosca repository will be a Tosca database where all the work we do, all the project things we do will be stored over there. That's all. Moving on to next slide. So this is the architecture of Tosca. So first will be a repository. So what is repository? As I have told, it is a kind of database. So whatever the project we do, so that will be stored here. So the next will be the license server. As I have told, Tosca is a licensed tool. For now, to do hands-on, we'll be using the trial version. Okay, this will be the server side. And next, the third will be Tosca scan wizard. So previously people used to call it as Tosca wizard. And now we say it as Tosca XScan. In the earlier versions, we say it as wizard. And now it is Tosca XScan. Include X here, that's all. It is Tosca XScan. Okay. And now fourth will be Tosca Commander. As I have told, whatever we are going to automate, so we will have the test cases and the runtime behavior of the application. Everything will be captured from the Tosca Commander itself. Again, we have many other sections in Tosca Commander, which I'll be explaining you all these things also in the upcoming classes. And next we have Tosca Executor. So Tosca Executor will have different engines. It supports different engines. Say for example, HTML, SAP, mainframe, API. So any sort of applications. So different engines Tosca support, we have it here. And the final we have, this will be the client side, which is application under test, which means whatever the application we are trying to test will be our application under test. So this is the architecture of Tosca. By this, the demo of Tosca is completed. And moving on to next slide. Forum is open for you all. You can ask me whatever the questions you have. Let me stop the recording. I'll be sharing